What's up, everyone? Welcome back to a little Christmas edition, holiday edition, whatever holiday you are celebrating. Happy holidays. If you are not celebrating, not happy holidays. I will support you in whatever you're doing, but I'm so happy you are joining me today. We have a lot to talk about, and I'm going to be here by myself. So, just me on this big screen. I'm probably going to lose these Christmas lights just because they're going to distract me. But I hope you are all having a wonderful week. I hope you've kind of gotten the wind down a little bit. I know some of us aren't in industries where we get to wind down. The phone never stops. We have to push candidates through last minute interviews. There's a ton of people in retail working. I'm flying tomorrow, so all of the pilots and people working in that industry, like there's so many people who are still working through the holidays. So make sure you are leading with grace this season, being pleasant, assuming best intentions. And yeah, let's see. Who do we have here? What's up, Topher? Topher is amazing. If you guys aren't following Topher, you got to follow Topher. I'm going to shout out everybody I know right now. Mark is awesome. Him and his wife, Randy. I actually got to meet them in person. That's one of the great things about LinkedIn, getting to meet some of these people live and in person. Michelle has some phenomenal news. Michelle, drop your news in the chat so that I can bring it up on the screen and celebrate you. Sarah was in one of our accountability groups. Sarah's amazing. She is dropping some amazing content. She is super active in our Slack community for Lessons with Lauren. Always like pumping people up, cheering people on, offering to help. Go follow Sarah. Oh my God, Daniel, the Dino Man. If you don't know Daniel, what are you doing? Daniel's amazing. You got to go follow Daniel. Brian's here. Brian, I know Brian said he had the day off. Thank you for joining, Brian. David, let's go. Yes, let's go. I am so happy you guys joined us today. Chris, I met Chris in an audio event that Melissa Houston hosted. What's up, Chris? Really nice to see you here. I just wanted to say a quick hi to everybody. Jody, Jenny, what's up? Everybody showing up today. So I hope you're all enjoying this little weekend we're moving into. So many cool people here. If I'm skipping you, I apologize. There's too many comments for me to say. But Deanna's here. What's up? Everybody is here. So happy to see you guys. And yeah, we have a lot to talk about. So we're going to cover a few things today in this live show. Let me actually get into what we're here for. So first and foremost, please ask some questions in the chat. If there's something you want to know, if there is something that is like, oh, Lauren, if I could figure this out, it would really help me, drop it in the chat. I'll try to cover it for you guys today. But we're going to cover some really fun topics today. So we're going to go over the golden rule of LinkedIn. What is that? What is the golden rule of LinkedIn? If you're in my accountability group, you know what this is. But I'm excited to share this all with you and go over a little bit of this. We want to talk about understanding your brand's why. A big part of what I do is my personal brand, building that. So let's talk about what the why is behind what we're doing and how you identify that for the people who are following you. And then we want to talk about growing your brand. How do you get those followers? How do you get these people to actively engage and show up for you time and time again? It's not just the people who follow you on LinkedIn, but it's the community you're actually building with these people. So if you're not taking the time to really get to know people, really engage, really care about them on a deeper level, your brand's not going to grow as quick. So that matters. But the thing that really matters, in my opinion, is accountability. And I realized this early on in my LinkedIn journey. And when we got into how do you be successful, I was like, you have to be consistent, you have to be accountable. That's the biggest thing, in my opinion, I was having trouble with. I wished I had someone for that. So, Lessons with Lauren and the accountability group started. We'll talk about all of that. And then we'll round out the show with talking about being intentional in your job search. Being intentional is very important when you are searching for a new role, understanding how to utilize LinkedIn to the best of your ability, what jobs are hot, what jobs are not, understanding who to reach out to internally if you're transitioning, if you're an ideal candidate, what's the difference, right? So I want to talk about all of these things with you all today, and I'm super excited to jump into it. So we'll start with the golden rule of LinkedIn. So, if you've been following me for a while, I talk about community a lot. And a big part of growing and building a community is following the golden rule of LinkedIn. And that is engaging more than you post. You need to give more than you get on LinkedIn in order for this to be a successful platform for you. You are surrounded with people who want to help you be successful, but they also want to see that you're giving back to the community. Nobody just like wants to help someone who's just taking, 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 taking. Don't be a taker. Okay. You got to give back, share your knowledge, share tools, share with the community. Two big people who helped me with this, I'm going to shout them out right now. Eddie and Jesse from Whiskey Wednesday Reveting. Jesse taught me so much, had literal calls with me, and taught me how to use this platform so that I could come on and start my own live show. These are people who really want to help you. There's a few people early on, Jesse Ouellette, Tom Slocum. There's some people who've really been there for me from the jump. So big shout out to you all this Christmas season. Thankful for you. And really, I think you guys are on here. I haven't been reading the comments because I'm alone today. So I'll try to jump back and forth with those. But if I'm not responding, I'll get back to you guys after the show. But engaging more than your post, giving more than you get. I tell people LinkedIn is like a bank, right? And you have to deposit in your bank in order to get any interest, to make any money. So you got to deposit, you got to give back, provide value in the comments. Don't just react to a post and move on. I'm guilty of this lately. I've been so busy. There's so many things going on, but don't just react. React, add value. And don't just add value to the post, but go find someone else who you're not connected with, who's adding value to. Respond to their comment. Create a new conversation in the comments. That's what LinkedIn wants you to do. Everybody's like, oh, the algorithm, oh, the algorithm. No, just figure out how to add value. That's what this platform was made for. So add value, figure out a way to do it in the comments. And I mean, most of my posts, not most, but I'd say probably half of my posts come from something that I commented on someone else's post. And when I clicked comment, I was like, oh, that's spicy. And then I took it and I made it my own post. So you can actually get content from doing that as well without having to be like, oh, I have to post today. Oh my goodness, what am I going to say? Don't stress. Just go read what other people are talking about and engage with them and start conversations, and it will flow naturally for you. So please, please, please give more than you get on LinkedIn. Seek out people to help. If you notice somebody's been showing up consistently, send them a DM. Say, I see you. Your posts have been amazing lately. There have been a few people that I've reached out to lately, and I was like, hey, your posts are on fire. I see you showing up time and time again. It's hard. It's hard to be consistent. So recognize your network just like you would want someone to recognize you, and engage more than you post. All right. So we've been here for like 10 minutes. Let's see, what comments do we have? So many. Michelle. Okay, we're going to celebrate Michelle really quick. Michelle just got a new role. She's an inside sales rep. Go, Michelle. I love celebrating your wins, your accomplishments. If anybody just got a role, post it in the comments. Let's celebrate you guys today. Let's talk about you today. Let's go into this holiday season with a just joyous heart and be really happy for the people around us. And if you're looking, drop some questions, drop things you need to know, things that would be helpful, and I'll try to answer them for you today. Yes, Michelle, love the energy. Love you guys. Yes, congrats, Michelle. Brian, engaging is so important. Brian does a great job of engaging. He's always in the comments. He's always doing something amazing. Very, very cool. Enrique says, pitch slap, that will get you far. It will not get you far at all. It will probably get you blocked. If you want to get blocked, pitch slap. I do joke with people though, because I pitch slap a little bit as a recruiter. But if I'm offering you a job, in my opinion, I don't really consider it a pitch slap. I consider it kind of like a form of flattery because I think you're someone that would be good for my client. So that's not a pitch slap in my opinion. And if a recruiter reaches out to you and you're not interested, just be kind and say no thanks. And typically, if you offer them a referral, they'll cut you some kind of deal or bonus. So just ask and be polite. All right. Sarah agrees that engagement is key. Look, Tom is in the house. What's up, Tom? I'm so happy to see you. Yes, Sarah. So if anybody wants to join an accountability group, we're going to talk about that in just a minute. But there is an accountability group in January starting out. It is completely full, but I have people or I have spaces for the group in February. So come join in February and we will get you in the group. Go to the website to get in that. Everybody is here. Oh, this is awesome. Thank you all for showing up. I know it's like a holiday. A lot of you are with family. I hope I'm at least getting some of you a little bit of a break from the people you're hanging out with. But all right, let's move on. So we're going to talk about understanding your brand's why. So, when you get started on LinkedIn or when you're starting to post content, I have a lot of people ask me in the accountability groups. They're like, "Well, I don't really know who I'm posting to," or "I'm a job seeker. Like, what should I be posting about?" That it's hard to define who you're posting to and why. So, I'll use myself as an example. When I was getting active on LinkedIn, first off, I was looking for a role. Pretty quickly, I realized it was going to be in recruiting. So I started making my job posts about recruiting. Even though I was a rookie baby recruiter, whatever you want to call me, I was doing research, I was reading articles, I was starting to talk about recruiting on LinkedIn, hoping, excuse me, hoping that that would start to build my credibility in the space because that's what you have to do. You have to build your credibility in the space that you're entering into. So I started posting about the things that I was learning and I started asking questions. So I understood that I needed to get into recruiting and I needed to build a network. A big part of recruiting is having a large network. I know you all see my headline, if I can't, my network can. I've changed it up a little bit recently, but if I can't, my network can. And I really wanted that to ring true. If I can't find this person, I will find someone who knows the person for you. And is that true 100% of the time? No. But 99% of the time it is. And 99% of the time, I will try to connect you with someone. I will try to find that person that fit, even if it's not something I'm necessarily getting paid for or anything like that. I want to help more people. So, my why in recruiting and all of this was, well, first off, it was to make money. Let's be 100% transparent. The first reason I got into recruiting was for the money. The second reason was to help people, which is interesting because in recruiting, and I have this line all the time, but people be peopling. It's the only sales role where the people on both end are so fickle, and it's not a company decision on one end. It's a personal decision that someone's making, and even when you think you know and you have coached and you've gotten to that final line, things can change because people be peopling. So you can never really know what's going to happen in recruiting, which makes it very exciting for me. It gives me a little like dopamine hit every time because I love that rush of what's going to happen, what's going to happen. It also makes my anxiety go through the roof. Richie would tell you that. But I know my why, and my why is to help people, and I try to keep that at the forefront of what I'm doing. So figure out your why. If you're trying to transition into customer success, or if you're trying to transition into account management, start talking about those things. Network with other people who are doing the role you're doing. Understand why you're building your brand and your network. Do you want a social sell on LinkedIn? Do you want that to be something you're doing? Do you just want to grow a network because having a large number of followers is cool? Some people do that, and no, I won't knock you for that, but understand your why as to why am I getting on this platform? Who am I posting for? And what does the end result need to look like for me? Right. So understand your brand's why. And once you understand your brand's why, then you can move to growing your brand. And growing your brand is something that some people find tedious and exhausting and they hate. And other people like me find it fun and exhilarating and exciting. So you will normally fall into one of those two categories. There's not many people who ride like a middle line of I love it, I hate it, I'm right in the middle. Like no, normally you really enjoy it or it's a task. So I would say if you're somebody that growing your brand feels like a task, find someone, a mentor or a partner or a buddy or whatever, but find someone to be that person who is super excited about it, who can give you fresh ideas, who can pull you up. And then on the other end, people like me who I kind of use LinkedIn as my therapist, right? I talk about a lot of things and I post a lot and I post rants and I post when I'm mad. I also need someone who's a little bit more level-headed, who I can be like, "Hey, this is what I'm thinking about posting and I've had pause." That who can kind of level me out. So think about that when growing your brand. It's always helpful to have someone who can help proof your content. There's groups for this too. So there's a lot of people who are starting micro communities. Micro communities will be the thing of 2023. I know that's a big bold prediction, but I just think it's true. But there's a lot of micro communities right now who are doing this and doing this well. So think about all of these things when you're growing your brand. understanding your brand's why, and just really dig deep. And if you don't know, it's okay to post some generic stuff for a little while, but you're gonna have to figure it out in order to really grow your brand to the masses and actually get the content to the people who need to see it. All right. All right. Let's see who's here. Brian's here. Oh, everybody's here. You guys are so awesome. I'm so thankful you guys are joining me today. Dive into the comments. Great ideas for posts from the comments, too. There's gold in the comments, 100%. And I actually am going to make a post next week where I screenshotted someone's post. That is a post of someone else's post. And I'm going to show how you can turn that into multiple posts and people could just build on that. So there's so many things you can do from comments and from other people's posts. Hand the one that give is more valuable than the taker. Yes, do not be a taker. Always engage, always enjoy helping others. Brian, do like me, public journal, and with food and post dog pics, you will blow up. Yes, Brian posts food and dog pics, and they're actually very enjoyable. I'm not one of the ones complaining, but I'm sure there are some people on Reddit complaining about that, Brian, but they complain about me too. So that's okay. Topher loves engaging. Michelle, you are the best. I feel blessed to know you. Um, Jody's here. Jody, always enjoy commenting more than posting. Posting can seem stressful, y'all. Posting can seem like something that you just have to do. Whereas if you set time before you're going to post to engage, the post normally comes easier for me. Um, Daniel, fuzzy socks or fuzzy sweater. I'm wearing a fuzzy sweater now. I'm in Texas and it's freezing. Um, a lot of people congratulating Michelle. Congratulations, Michelle. I'm so excited for you. Damn straight, Brian. I don't know exactly what I was talking about when you commented that, but yes, damn straight, whatever that was. Don't pitch slap. Fuzzy socks from Sarah. Okay, Jody says she loves the conversations that come from it. Also, comment on second or thirds. First commented, like, yes. So, if you are making a point to find people in the comments that are your second or third connection and you go engage with them, you will grow even more because their networks will start to see you as well. So I always make a point, and I teach people this in the accountability group, to make sure when you are engaging and finding people in the comments that you're not just engaging with your first connections, because that does not actually help you. You should be trying to connect and engage with a minimum of 10 people outside of your network daily, in my opinion. And I know some people take some days off of LinkedIn, and that's perfectly okay. But if you are on LinkedIn every day, you should be engaging and growing daily. Know when to, yes, and listen. Yes, that is true. All right. Brian says build bridges between communities, connect outside your circles. That's where growth and connection really happens. Exactly, Brian. All right. Thanks for that pointer to talk about what we want to do. Very insightful, of course. I'm so happy you all are here. Truthful about money being the first reason you got into recruiting. It's true. I'm not going to lie. I'm a kind of no BS person. So you get the nitty gritty from me, whether it's exactly what you want to hear or not. And yes, I love people be peopling too. Um, Brian, engage with those second and third connections, build the small people up like they did for you. Jenny says, I love my why, my family. Rookie question. Having 19 years of experience in sales in a specific industry, I'm learning that there is not as big of a need. Looks like tech and medical sales is big, but not in my background suggestions. So, sales is sales in any industry. And that's the biggest thing I'm going to say to that. Recruiting is sales, tech sales. I know somebody could look at me and say you're a recruiter, you couldn't go be an SDR. I know the ins and outs of an SDR role better than an SDR. I cold call more than an SDR. I hit the same KPIs as an SDR, and I reach out to the exact same people doing business development. So realistically, you're probably doing a lot of the same things. You just have to be able to explain that in an interview. So happy to help with that, happy to break those things down. But that's really what that entails, is being able to actually explain what you're doing and how it is actually what they need in the new role. Thank you, Dale. Appreciate you. Don't get mad, post on LinkedIn. Exactly, Daniel. And maybe when you type up that post, delete it once. And then if you can remember it word for word, you could post it again because you really felt it that much. But yeah, just be mindful of what you're posting on LinkedIn, y'all. I know I post a lot. I post a lot of things that are a little bit controversial. I don't really think they're crazy, but just be mindful of what your employer is going to think, how that's going to affect you in your job search, and be mindful of what you're doing online at all times. Brian says, people, but from humans. That's why your personal brand matters. They want to feel connection and respected and appreciated. They care less about gadgets and gizmos. So I 100% agree with that, Brian. I film a lot of videos. I reach out to a lot of people, and I've had a lot of video companies reach out to me to get me to use their product. And they tell me about the gadgets and the gizmos and all the things that I can do with their product and where I can put my face in a bubble and all of this. And I don't care about those things. I don't care about the gadgets and gizmos. I care about connecting with my audience. So if you're going to tell right now that I'm here in a bedroom with curtains behind me, I'm not going to blur out the background because this is real and this is where I am. And when we connect on a Zoom call, I want it to feel like we've known each other. I want it to feel like you know who I am and you understand my personality, and you're going to get the same person on that call with me. So feeling the connection really, really matters. Yes, Jenny, check out SaaS Bros. SaaS Bros helps with breaking into tech. I can get you, well, I would like to say I could get you maybe a call with Darren, but that's probably a little bit too much of me to say. Maybe Darren, I could get her a call with you for a minute or two. Probably Darren or Eric, because they're really nice guys. So I could help with that, and Topher could help intro that. There's a number of people who could help intro that. Yes, Daniel could help. Daniel's amazing as well. There's so many people. That's what I love about this LinkedIn community. Y'all all just want to help. Everybody wants to help and is supportive. So if you're not here to help, leave. We don't need you here anyway. Opposed to Vortex, yes. Dee is here. I had a great conversation with Dee. Thank you, Dee, for coming. Brian says you do not need to niche down. Don't fall into that trap. I sell to everyone. That's how you build bridges. Appeal to the masses by speaking from your heart. Yeah, guys, go follow Brian. Brian's been doing a great job on LinkedIn. Oh, Daniel, look, you're going to get to accept that connection. Post not safe for work memes. I don't really post not safe for work memes. I just give not safe for work opinions and I steal your employees. So I'm not really safe for work. But as I was reminded by Rob, you can't steal employees. So I guess I just lure them away. Yes, Daniel and I were both featured on Reddit on LinkedIn Lunatics. Go check us out. I feel like that's how you know you made it once you're featured on LinkedIn Lunatics. Amateurs. Thanks, Brian. Hey, thanks for joining us. All right, let's see. 17 degrees this morning, staying warm. I am staying warm, Calvin. It is very cold. I'm from South Florida, y'all, so I don't deal with cold weather well. I literally had to go buy this shirt or this turtleneck when I got here, and I'll probably never wear it again. It's 80 degrees, I think, in South Florida today, and I'm missing that. More money, less problems. Oh my goodness, Logan, negative 30. Oh my God. Like my head just exploded. What is that? Negative 30? Like, how do you live? No, thank you. Stay warm. I'm gonna have the heat on 80. Brian says, remember we could pin comments. Hey, LinkedIn, if you're listening, if anybody from LinkedIn is on here, we want to pin comments again. Give it back. I know that you guys said that people weren't using it. We disagree. Everyone was using it. I think you just didn't want to give it to the masses, but we don't like it and we want pinned comments back. So please give us some comments and let us pin them again. LinkedIn is a gold mine if you use it wisely. Build your brand and find your tribe. Find your tribe. Yes, finding your tribe is so important. 2 years to relate and resonate. What matters to me is making an impact in people's lives. I think that's what a lot of people on LinkedIn really want to do, right? Like, we want to make money. We're here to make money. That's why we're on a professional site, but we want to help. We want to make an impact, not just in other people's lives, but in our own. And I think a lot of us have realized that by making an impact in other people's lives, we do get that impact back. So just kind of like the golden rule of like give more than you get in any sense, right? Stay warm. I'm staying warm. All right. No, we're not stopping by, Logan. That's cold. Oh, Brian said damn straight again. Whatever it is, damn straight. Keep commenting that, Brian. Let's go. Daniel says people buy from people, not gizmos. That's so true. And people want to connect with someone that they feel like is real. I'll never forget getting on a Zoom call with someone and they looked at me and they go, "Oh my God, you do look how you look online." And I didn't know, like, how to react in that moment, um, and it just made me feel almost like I wasn't, like, a person they were talking to, like I was a thing. So, just people buy from people, and people are people, and even that creator that you follow with 150,000 followers or 3,000,000 followers, they're people just like you, so just remember that. And keep it real. Yes, keep it real. Buy a gizmo from someone. I don't sell gizmos. I sell shirts. Go to Sassy Sales Shirts, SAASY salesshirts.com. Buy a shirt, support your girl. New designs coming January 1st. Thank you for really liking the curtains. I like the curtains too. Add you to the call list. I send me like I have we connected on LinkedIn in the DM? Send me a DM. Let's chat. People would love to work with you. Thank you. Adios. Adios. I don't know if that means you left. I use the blur to give myself a few extra days between beard trimmings. Luckily, I don't have to worry about beard trimmings, Topher. So I don't use that blur. I try to help whoever I can, not just people I'm connected with advice, support, and humor, because I feel that's what you do if you care. Yes, I love this. I do try to connect and I try to support. I will be honest, I'm there for my first connections a little bit more. And if you're trying to connect with me and you're sitting in a pending status, it's not that I don't want to connect with you. I have over like 1,500 connection requests, and if I accept too many at a time, LinkedIn says I'm a robot and puts me in jail. So it's a slow moving process. And if you've DM'd me and I haven't responded, I'll never see that DM. So please DM me again because there's way too many for me to go through. But don't, if you're reaching out to a creator or something like that and they don't get back to you, or if you're reaching out to someone about a job and they don't get back to you, don't be annoying and don't be rude, but it is okay to follow up. It's okay to reach out twice. Don't be one of those people who's like, "Oh my God, I messaged you in May and it's November and you never got back to me and now I'm gonna write a post about you on LinkedIn." Don't do that, okay? Yes, yes, LOL. Praying for a beard. David wants a beard for Christmas. So maybe somebody can tell Santa that. Cold as Oh my God, you guys are gonna give me kicked off link. I can't say that. Tomorrow is going to be down to 38 in Miami. Well, I won't be back in Miami tomorrow. So I think I'll get back when it's warm again. Beautiful conversation. Thank you. -25 for Jody tonight. Ew. 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 Yuck. This is awful. Going to Miami, David says. Find your tribe, but then intro your tribe into other tribes. I like this. I like this a lot, Brian. Always be willing to support a homie, y'all. If somebody reaches out to you for an intro, I have had people introduce me to people that they don't even know personally, but they're a first connection and they're like, "Yo, I don't really talk to you, but I know Lauren and Lauren can help you out." So always be willing to do that introduction. If you have somebody in your network that you're not willing to intro, why are they in your network? Like, that's my challenge to you. All right. Help make money or help make more money. Help make more money, honey. Orlando's going to be chilly tomorrow. I fly into Orlando tomorrow, so I will be cold then. Connect and follow me for cybersecurity awareness content. Go follow Enrique, y'all, or here, go follow Enrique, y'all, for cybersecurity awareness content. I do not post about that, so you should follow Enrique. It is winter time. Lovely conversation. All right. I am on duty. That's why I have to leave. Sorry. Well, thanks for coming for a little bit. Lauren, no stalking, but really glad I made it. Got to hear the real you. Confess it's my first Stay Worm. Oh, thank you for coming. I've only been doing live since the first Friday in November. All of this kind of started on a whim. We've had some amazing guests join us. I don't typically do a solo show and come on by myself, but I will say some of the guests we have coming next year in 2023 are off the freaking charts. So please stay tuned. I know some of you guys know Tommy Pastor, Tommy the Tech Recruiter. He's going to be our first guest the first Friday in January. So I'm super excited to bring him on. But thank you for joining. Thank you for coming every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. It takes courage to be kind. It only takes a second to make someone's day with a kind word. That is so true, Jody. SassySalesShirts.com. Thank you, Sarah, for dropping my link. I appreciate you. Take a second. Adios means goodbye or an old wooden ship. Okay. All right. What's your take on monetization of your time? Obviously, you'll want to give initially, but when do you decide to start charging for your time or expertise? So, this is going to be a very personal question, right? For a lot of people, they choose different times. I know I started the accountability group in July of this year. So, in July of 2022, those groups are going to be free through April. And then in May, that's turning into a paid group. So if you are not in one of the accountability groups before that, you will have to pay to join an accountability group and then get access to our Slack community, which at that point should be like 100 members strong and growing. So that's super exciting, trying to create our own little micro community. And then, it's really, I would say, I waited until somebody asked me if they could pay me for my time. I'll just be super transparent. I'm pretty transparent with everyone. When people started DMing me and saying, "Hey, I want your time, I'd pay you for it," I figured out a pay structure where I would do some coaching and one-on-one resume reviews and things like that. So, if people aren't reaching out and asking for something, I would say, are you giving things away for free? And how are people receiving the things you're giving away for free? And once you have a decent number of people who are receiving them well and sharing your free things, you're probably to the point where you could monetize. But happy to talk about that further if you want to shoot me over a DM, Logan. Stay sassy. Yes, stay sassy. I don't know who this is. I don't know why it's showing up as LinkedIn user, but thank you so much. Brian, if you don't follow me and are here, follow me. I need 10K by the end of 2022, or I have to buy my wife another Chanel purse and help y'all. Brian, why did I make this deal with my husband? I want a Chanel purse. I don't even have one. Um, goals, Brian. Brian, you just gave me ideas. I don't know if my husband's watching, but if you are, watch out, babe. I'm gonna come up with something. Stay classy, Daniel. What's the website? No, it's Sassy Sales Shirts. Sarah dropped it above. Question. I transitioned into the virtual assistance industry and I recently started getting active on LinkedIn. How do I find my tribe? Your tribe is not necessarily people you're going to work for. Your tribe is people that you connect with on things that you agree with, right? So when you're posting content and you're finding people you resonate with, go interact with them and engage with them and find the people who connect with you and interact with you back. And your tribe are really the people who introduce you to the people you're going to work with and they introduce you to their other connections. I would consider the people in my tribe that I'm closest with friends, but they don't support me in a monetary way other than they connect me to people who can support my business. And I don't expect them to necessarily purchase things for me from me or anything like that. So happy to chat more about this. And Gloria, you should get into one of the accountability groups because that will help you find your tribe. Always there, Sarah. Thanks, Sarah. Sassy Sales Shirts. And no, it does not Google well. It is like a little side project I've been putting no effort into. So that's all on me. Gotta go. Thanks for joining, Daniel. Make it happen, Santa. All right. It's okay. Okay. Email me again and I will be on the lookout for this. Email me at Lauren at, let me see if I can find. I don't think I have it up right now. Lauren at lessonswithlauren.co. And I will get back with you. Oh my goodness. Okay, I got lost in the comments. I don't know where we were. Would you mind? Okay, if you see someone posting something you really like, and if you see someone who's interesting, don't just click it. Say something. Yes. Don't just like something. People aren't posting just to get somebody to click like. Clicking like is cool and it helps a little bit, but actually really engage with people and provide value. If you're not commenting more than a sentence or something, you're probably not providing value. And I'm probably calling myself out on that too. So don't take it personally. But you got to comment more. I never want to have to drive to Miami. No, me neither. Get people hired. I just followed Brian. I love people who post about dogs. I love this. I do the you have to meet Lauren too. Oh, I love this. This is awesome. It's warm in here. It's getting hot in here. Tom is here. Tom created the phrase homie in law. So you need to go get some homie in laws on LinkedIn. And that is a great phrase. Tom, you need to trademark that or whatever you're doing. I love giving people compliments in real life. Yes, I always try to point out something about someone and just be polite because how many people don't notice the people around them? I have the email to sign up for the February accountability group. Yes, post your dog. I have 2 dogs. Maybe I'll post about them when I get home. By the first. We place a few more candidates in the new year. And then maybe we'll buy the first. David says my ex liked first. Oh, that's so funny. Introduce your tribe. Yes, introduce your tribe. Signed up for an accountability group. I don't know if you mean my accountability group, but if you did, that's awesome. And I can't wait to have you, Steven. You sign up at lessonswithlauren.co. So there you go. I'll scroll that across the bottom. Lessonswithlauren.co is how you sign up for the accountability groups. And yes, the January design is going to be fun. Oh, my husband is watching. He did see the comment about the Chanel purse as he's dropping my website for you all. Appreciate you guys. Yes, my hashtag is actually lessons with Lauren S because somebody else already had lessons with Lauren. Engage more than you like. That sounds a little weird, but engage more than you react, maybe. Man, thank you for taking this time to respond to my question. How can I connect with the accountability group? Yes, there is a link. Take it slow. Homie in law is awesome. Tom Slocum, you really, really need to do something with that. All right. Brian says it takes 20 to 30 seconds to drop that comment on someone just hired or looking for work. Don't forget those people too, y'all. 30 seconds. Somebody made a whole post about if you comment hashtag commenting for reach, you actually don't care. And I went off that day because that means I really do care. Because if I'm taking 5 seconds to comment on your post, I promise you I don't have the time, but I really do care. And that's the same reason why I congratulate people I don't know. Anytime I see someone saying they're starting a new position, I comment for reach on people's job posts. I think you all saw that when I told you all that that oh, what did he say? He said it was weird that I was commenting for reach on someone's job post because I wasn't a recruiter for them. Um, Listen, I have a large network and I'm not going to be able to recruit for everyone. I know that. So I want to comment as much as I can and I want to engage as much as I can and I want to use my platform to help other people. And I haven't been doing like specific like candidate highlight posts or anything like that, but get ready for 2023 because 2023 is going to be let's help more people than we ever thought possible. I reach out to people in my network, even if I don't know you, and I will intro people to you and I will ask you if you know anybody in your area, if I'm hiring for a role, simply because I want to help the people in my network and I want the people in my network to get to help their friends and their connections as well. So if you're not here to help people, get off LinkedIn, go to Reddit, go to Twitter, go somewhere else. But if you're here to really help and really be a support system for the people around you, that's people you want in your tribe. So much help in 2023. Please share the link for the accountability group. Let me scroll back and I will drop it up on the screen. Lessonswithlauren.co. You can sign up for the accountability group right there. Thank you, Stephen. Sarah posted it. Matt posted it. It's up here. Lessonswithlauren.co. You can sign up there. There's only room for 10 in February. So as soon as that is full, I'll bump people to the March group and then I will email you and let you know which group you're getting into. But all right. So we have been here for a little while. Let me make sure what else we need to talk about. Let's talk about the accountability group since so many people are asking. So, the accountability group is a group where you can join like minded people who are wanting to get consistent in posting on LinkedIn. When I was getting started on LinkedIn and I was posting so many days, I was like, what do I say? What do I say? And will people even care? And those were my two biggest blockers. What do I say? And when I found something to say, who's going to care that I said it? So the accountability group takes away the first two fears that you have when you're trying to start posting. It takes away the what do I say, because you get a daily prompt of what you should talk about and a little bit extra of how you talk about those things. And then the who will care is gone because you're in a Slack community with other people who have been through this group who want to support you, who want to engage with you, where you can share your posts and say, this is what I'm talking about today, you guys. Can you give me some feedback? Or you can say, I really don't know what to talk about today, everyone. Like, I know this is the prompt. Can you guys help me figure out how this relates to my ICP? How do I make this something that's personable for me that my audience will still relate to so that I can grow? And you have a group of people there who are going to show up for you, who are going to respond to you. And it's just nice to see the community slowly growing. It wasn't something that I wanted to have the accountability group where a ton of people could join every month. It's hard to get through the 30 days, y'all. It is hard to post every day for 30 days. I literally think maybe one or two people a month actually make the full 30 days, and that's with support. So please know that it's not a group where if you fall off, you're going to be penalized or anything. We want to support you. We want to pick you back up. The prompts are going to be there for you. You don't get kicked out for not completing the 30 days. It's really a community where once you're in, you understand that it is a process. And if you fall off the wagon, you get back on, or the whatever. If you get back up every time, right? Fall off the horse, get back on. But accountability does matter, and accountability matters in your LinkedIn journey and your LinkedIn growth, and it also matters in your like day-to-day interaction with people and how you grow your brand and how people react to you as a person on LinkedIn. So make sure you're being accountable, not just to your network, but to yourself as well. And Brian said, damn straight again. Damn straight, Brian. All right. Yes, I am in your network as well. 20 years in management, primarily customer service industry, but haven't had much luck. I've been thinking about recruiting since I have experience with hiring. Any suggestions or other roles for transitioning skills? Jody, DM me and let's book a conversation. I'm happy to book a 15-minute call, 20-minute call, and discuss deeper with you. Recruiting is, I would say, more than customer service, it is sales. Agency recruiting is a lot of sales. And if you feel like you like sales, it's definitely something I would recommend. But I talk to a lot of people who are like, I don't like sales. I don't want to cold call and I want to be a recruiter. And I'm like, that's agency recruiting has a lot of cold calling and it has a lot of sales involved. But message me. We can talk about some other things. And maybe we can try to get you on a path where you have more luck. And we're going to talk about intention in your job search in just a minute. Consistently accountable. Got to run. Thank you so much. Join mine. Oh, Brian and Aaron have an audio. Don't say sorry to plug. Please come to my event and plug your events. I want to support everyone. If you have an event, you're welcome to post it here. If you are looking for work, you are welcome to post that you are looking for work here. Please come. Please engage. Say what you need. And if people are here, let them support you. So if you want to go to Friday Night Live, I like that name, the Friday Night Live with Brian and Aaron, go to that link right there. Keep falling. Brian, happy holidays. Fail forward. Be accountable in your journey. 6 p.m. tonight. So in just a few hours, y'all, we could go see Brian on his live. So oh y'all, look, Dion hit 500 connections. Everybody, I wish I was like one of those tech savvy people and I could give you a round of applause right now with some sound effects, but I don't have that. I'm learning. If anybody wants to give me a masterclass and teach me, let's go. But I'm giving you a round of applause. I'm so excited for your 500 connections. All right. So the last thing we're going to talk about, and then I'll let y'all get out of here for your holiday weekend. I want to talk about being intentional when job searching. So I have another event coming up tonight, Panda Wisdom with Will and Richie. But I really wanted to talk about being intentional when you are searching for a role, especially if you're using LinkedIn for your job search. I've been having a number of conversations with job seekers recently who don't use LinkedIn to its full potential, and they're not being very intentional in what they're looking for in their job search, which I think is actually doing a little bit more harm. So, when you are on LinkedIn, a few things to remember. That search bar is your best friend. And that's not just when job searching, y'all. That's for talking about and posting content too. If you don't know what to talk about and if you're in customer success, hashtag customer success management, and you'll see everybody talking about that and you can read their content. All right. But back to job searching. So if you are job searching, that search bar is so important because you want to have a list of companies you want to work for that you are playing a long game of trying to network in while you're finding roles that you are applying for daily. And this is the advice I give a lot of people I talk to. So, the companies, I would pick 3 to 5 companies that you're being very intentional about networking into. And when I say networking into, I don't mean connect with everybody in HR and talent acquisition and say, "Look at my resume, I want this job." That's not what this is about. It's about connecting with the people who are doing the job that you want, connecting with people that could be potentially the hiring manager for the role that you want, and understanding that those people and building relationships with them, they're the people who'll bring your name up in conversation. They're the people who could get you past HR to that first interview. They're the people that get you out of that auto reject category because your resume doesn't match exactly, but you've built that relationship. So be intentional about who you're connecting with in terms of your long play for the companies that you really want to work for. And it's okay to show your intentions and say, listen, I don't work here right now, right? But I want to. What are 3 to 5 things that I could master so that I could stand out in the interview process? And ask people who already work there. Ask them. They'll tell you if you're polite and kind and not pushy. Um, People want to help, y'all. That's what we're talking about on LinkedIn. People want to help. So please, please, please go out and ask. When I was getting into recruiting, I needed to learn. I was recruiting for SaaS, software as a service, and I didn't know a ton about it. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't even know what the acronym meant. Okay. And I started connecting with people on LinkedIn who hashtag SaaS was something they talked about a lot, right? And they had a ton of followers. And I was like, well, you probably know what you're talking about because you got a ton of followers and you talk about the topic that I need to learn about often. And I showed up in their comments and I started engaging and I sent them videos and I networked and I asked questions. And my mentor, Tom Slocum, taught me that closed mouths don't get fed and you need to go ask people for what you want. He probably regrets teaching me that because I ask him probably 30 questions a day now. But ask people for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help. And if someone says no, I'm going to be bold and tell you to ask again because people don't like to say no twice. But I'm a little pushy. So if that's not your thing, you don't have to, but ask twice. But also, so I'm sorry, the search bar with who you're connecting with and the search bar when you're looking for jobs, right? So you want to make sure that when you're in the job section and you're filtering for the title and the location, you want to make sure if you are willing right now to be hybrid or in person, you are going to have a better chance of getting a role. Sorry, it's true. People are having a harder time filling hybrid and in person roles. Everybody wants remote. Not everybody, most people. Most people, I want remote. Most people want remote. So if you're willing to do one of those things, make sure you're looking for a specific location and that you're selecting either on site or hybrid to filter those jobs so that you're seeing those roles. Those are roles that people are still using recruiters for because they're harder to fill. They're harder to get people to come in. So look for those jobs. Look for jobs that were posted in the last 24 hours. If they were posted in the last 24 hours, they're fresh, they're hot, they really need those jobs. Also, look for jobs that were posted about a month ago, jobs that aren't closed out yet. Yes, sometimes some of them will have been filled and the recruiter just sucks and didn't close it. That happens. But most of the time, that's a job that wasn't filled. And that company, if you're really smart, you'll look at all of their jobs posted. Sometimes you can see that they just posted it 24 hours ago and it was also posted a month ago. How desperate are they going to be now? This job has been posted. Nobody's been able to fill it. Here we are a month later. We're still at square one. Those are the roles we should be applying for if you're having a hard time getting in. So filter down and then figure out who you're connected to, who works at these companies, and ask for introductions. I think maybe twice, maybe 3 times a week somebody asks me for an introduction, and I have a network of over 21,000 people. I should be getting at least 10 to 15 asks for introductions a week from you guys. From, "Oh, Lauren, you know this person at this company or you're connected to this person. Would you send a note? Would you share my resume?" We're not asking for help enough. And that's what this community is for. So please ask for help from your network. You don't have to publicly make a post saying, "I'm looking for a job," if you don't want people to know, or if you're quietly looking, or if you're quietly cushioning is the new term of making sure you have a soft landing when you leave your role and you have something else lined up. But ask in the DMs, build relationships, and ask your community to show up and help you. All right, we have a lot of comments. Let's see, where were we? Um, oh, oh, I have to go so far back. I don't know. Okay, hold on. This was where Brian said he was leaving 6 p.m. tonight. Let's plug Brian one more time. Brian's show with Aaron, 6 p.m. tonight. How do I connect with good angel investors? I don't know, but someone in my network does. So DM me and I will ask around. I need an angel. Got it, Brian. Oh, yep, we celebrated Dion. Okay, so this is where I am. Dear, if I ask, I could still 15. Yes, you can. Email me, Lauren at lessonswithlauren.co. We will set it up for the new year. Dion said, "Thank you, Jody. Intentional conversations." Dion said, "I need to be intentional." Yes, we spoke about this. Everybody needs to be intentional. Congrats, Dion. Be intentional. Look, Dion, everybody's congratulating you. Logan says, "Use Boolean search too." Yes, so the capital "and" will connect the two. So if you're looking for someone who is at customer service and hiring, you could type in customer service and hiring. Or if you're looking for content creators and marketing, but the "and" in all capitals matter. And Boolean search is something you can Google. Logan, this is a great tip. Thank you for bringing this up. Boolean search is something you can Google and you'll get a ton of information on it. And it does work in the LinkedIn search bar. So you can use "and," "not," or there's a ton of things. Go Google that. And everybody go follow Logan for giving us some fire tips for Christmas. Thank you, Logan. Connect your role. Show your intention. Networking is the only way I've been getting interviews. A lot of people, especially around the holidays, because internal things at companies slow down. Agency recruiters are still like moving quick, y'all, but internal slows down a little bit. Yes, Jesse, ask for help. I ask Jesse for help all the time. Jesse, you always show up for me. Thank you so much, Jesse. Everybody go follow Jesse if you're not following Jesse. Ask for help, feed all the mouths. How do you find a mentor in HR when shifting to a different area? You ask, Dion, you ask. I literally just went out and asked Tom if he would mentor me, and maybe he wanted to say no, but he said yes. But I literally asked, and I was prepared for the no, right? Like, be prepared for the no, but most people want to help. So just ask, and I bet somebody will say yes. Pick 3 people and ask all 3. All right, I'm currently searching for a remote role as executive assistant, virtual assistant. I'm proficient in calendar management, data entry. I'm passionate about helping startups. Okay, so I think Glory's telling all about herself. So everybody go follow Glory and see if you could help, or if she could help you in your business. I would double tap when calling as a BDR. Called twice. Yes. So I am a fan of the quadruple tap. I actually am in the Uncommon Sales Practices book about this. So the quadruple tap is a little bit more in depth and intense, in my opinion, than the double tap. It's not just calling twice, but it's actually filming your prospect a personalized video, having it ready as you're cold calling, sending it the moment you're cold calling so that you can refer to the video in your voicemail, and then following up with a text message. And then you can also and I know you can't cold text, y'all, so like make sure you have permission to text. Nobody say Lauren just told me to cold text. I'm not paying your fine. But then you can also send them a voice note. So if somebody has an iPhone and you send them a voice note, when they listen to it, that voice note goes away. So pro tip, send some voice notes. And if it disappears, they listen to it, whether they responded to you or not. Lauren, I see the repeat job posts. I confess I applied again to a couple since they can't fill them. Yes, but don't just apply again. Reach out to the people who work there. Um, Officially asking for help, y'all. Let's go. Let's help everybody. Be a soft cushion. I love that. Gloria is open for internships. Let's do that. Jesse, I'm so glad you're here as well. We are running out of time, y'all. LOL, the quadruple tap. Yep, I got a shirt coming on Sassy Sales Shirts next year about the quadruple tap. Get ready. Most of you will find their dream job, but if you're tired of looking for jobs, maybe you're meant to start your own. It's not for everyone, but if you're thinking about it, holler at me. Let's see how I can help. Listen, entrepreneurship is not for everyone, but if you want to be your own boss and you have enough runway to do it, I always say go for it. All right, everybody. Absolutely. I got fired and started my own company 1 month later. Bada bing, bada boom. I think that's one of the biggest things COVID taught us, y'all, is that we don't necessarily have to be tied to a W 2 job. We can make money doing a lot of different things. And time is short, right? Like we watched the world shut down around us in an instance, and now we're all trying to get a little bit more out of our day to day. I'll keep trying, but mostly don't respond. Reached out 10 yesterday and zero response. Send me what your outreach is looking like, Essie. Send me that so that I can look through that. And email me and let's set up some time to talk in the new year. Have runway, be your own boss. Yes, David, have runway is important because the lights got to stay on and the bills got to get paid, right? But being your own boss is exhilarating. I've done it a few times. But you're really betting on yourself. And as Morgan J. Ingram told me in my DMs a few weeks ago, no one knows you better than you. So if you can do it and bet on yourself. Dion, my 14-year-old is pushing me to start online sales. I bet your 14-year-old could make you a website and do all these kind of things. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you for being here today. Listen to your kids. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. We are at the last moment. I'm so thankful you all joined us today. And yes, got to pay the bills, keep the lights on. It was a wonderful, wonderful hour with you all. I will be back next Friday with a surprise guest. Not going to tell you who, but surprise guest next Friday. So everybody get ready. And yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week. If there's anything I can ever do, reach out. Thank you, Jody. So excited to have you here. Send the DM. Go. I'm gonna go too. I'm gonna go spend some time with the fam downstairs. Actually, no, the accountability group. We have a private session with the accountability group right now, y'all. So anybody in the accountability group, I'll be dropping in a Zoom link for you momentarily. Everyone else, thank you. Happy holidays. Happy whatever you celebrate. Happy nothing if you don't celebrate at all. I'll be working through the next week. So if you need me, message me. And if not, see you in the new year. Bye.